Check it out. Oh man, that's fucking crazy, huh? Whoa! Oh, I lost that one. You can totally see that shit though. Oh shit. Eventually, I'll cut off the belief. It's basically trying to think of the right word to say it. The conditions of the mind. So basically, what you're doing is like, okay, there's the manifestation, right? Everything works together. So you got the mind, what you're thinking of, and you put so much energy into that to where you have to apply it in the physical, right? But when you cut the belief system, right, that means everything's possible, or anything's pretty much possible for you to do it. So it's like a video game, right? You want to do a backflip, you put the little remote to it, you know, like it'll say down, up, square, do a backflip, right? You're learning to connect. It's almost the same concept. They just put it in little bullshit things. Your mind's conditioned to these things. Like I'll show you this. This is the weird trippy part. I was just figuring this out. Kind of like when they talk about Goliath, right? And David was like, I'm gonna fucking lay you out with a rock. It has so much energy into it. I'll show you right now. You'll see how it just fucking displays itself. See, the heavier it is, but look, you can hear the sound of it. Let me get a smaller one. Lulu, move out of the way. Right? So he had a small rock, right? And this, it connects with energy. So, move, baby. Look at the way it just oh, shit. I told you to be careful. She doesn't fucking listen. If you watch the way it rolls, okay, like, this is very scientific. Well, somewhat science. It's probably physics more. But let me get this one here, right? Look at the way it bounces and the way it rolls, right? It's connecting and reconnecting and bouncing off. And see how she doesn't fucking listen? I threw a big ass rock. Her bitch ass went, and she hurt her teeth. I heard it. I felt that shit. That's why I told her, move the fuck out of the way. She's very fucking stubborn, and that's her problem. That's probably going to be her downfall as well. See how it bounces? And if you think about it, not a lot of people think, okay, when you're young and you're a kid, you're playing with marbles, right? Oh, ping pong, marble. Have you ever played with a fucking rock? Like, I was just noticing that. I was like, and maybe it had some kind of connection to it, because she kept, okay, like, she'll look at a rock and she would touch it and move it and then bite down on it, and then she was like, she wanted me to throw it. And she has part pit bull in her. Now, what I was learning is that, like, big ass pit bulls, if you throw a rock, they'll go after it and they'll literally bite on it. She'll pick it up with her mouth, and she's fucking playing with it now. See, I kept throwing that tire over and over and over and over and over. Now she's like, the animal's coming out, right? But she's still a puppy, meaning she's still a fucking kid. She she's one of those retard kids where you're like, don't touch it, it's hot. Ow! Ow! Right? But there's always a purpose to that. So, like, I was explaining to a friend of mine earlier. I'll make this pretty quickly. See that? It's kind of strange if you really think about it. Go pick up the rock. Not that one. Oh my god. Anyways, I was explaining this. I'll just break it up real quick. I was explaining this to a friend of mine, Russell, the Black Warrior. So that's what I call. That's what I call him. Move, butthole. You're not gonna be able to put that in your mouth. That's too hard. Let it. See, she doesn't pay attention. Now, basically, I was telling him real quick. When I was in high school, there was this girl that rolled up, like by the bus stop, and she was like super pretty, you know, she had a nice car. At fucking 16 years old, you might as well call it a fucking Escalade on rims. Like, where'd you get that from, right? She's like, well, I'm working a little bit, and then I'm gonna be going to college soon, and da-da-da-da-da, you know? And it's basically because she has, her mom and her dad has money, right? They have a lot of money. Now, when I was standing there thinking about that, I was like, how come I don't have a fucking car? Like, my ass grew up kind of poor, right? I was little with my sister, and we slept at fucking Del Taco. We slept in the fucking bench at Del Taco because my mom couldn't get a babysitter. My dad was abusive, right? But we got away. He's out of the picture. She was struggling as a single mom, right? So think about it. There's something more to people than what's being spoon-fed to them, or they get all this money. So that's why I say, even if you're going through a fucking tough life, some real bullshit, you're being hurt, or you're going through a bad divorce, something happens, you know, or you be betrayed by your woman. You know, I've been betrayed many times, right? All that suffering, I always thought, man, what would it have been for me if I had great, outstanding parents, right? Money, car, clothes, that's all material shit, right? They don't know nothing about guns, knives, stabbings, shootings, the hood, bad shit, good shit, right? They don't know anything about that. They really don't. They don't, right? They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about that. Now, people that are like, I mean, I call it the hood. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's pretty much roughly, to me, it's the hood, right? Because I met a lot of fucking fools. Now, I knew a lot of shit, you know, and I come to this little fucking itty-bitty town that thinks they know every little fucking thing. There is criminals out here. I know there is, don't get me wrong. But who's to say that they know more than me, right? They might know a couple things, and then I'm learning from them. But I know a lot. I know a fuckload, right? So, within that being said, these people that were spoon-fed and all that shit like that, they're not gonna know what's coming. Like, or if they're in a club, they're not reading something you see and you're like, oh shit. You see activity going on, you see and you're like, oh, something about to go down. And you're like, hey, you know, girl, or to the homie, hey bro, let's go over here. Come on, no, just trust me. You go outside, right? And all of a sudden, something happens, right? So that's what I'm trying to roughly say, long story short, even though I already kind of told the long story, is that the suffering you go through, it's meant for something greater, something better, right? You might not see it right now, but it's taking time, because out of all that suffering that you go through, there's also a lot of healing you have to come to, you know? And that's what I believe. I honestly choose 100%. It has to fucking be. So you guys just keep a strong mind and a strong body, strong spirit, you know, and let things come. Let things go. Let bullshit go. Learn to let it go. Learn to understand your emotion and let it go, and then the good things come. Your lover, your house, your job, you know, something always good comes. Oh, that was a lot higher, see? Alright, you guys have a good one. Master out.